Hey there, everyone. Good evening. We just had the first day of E3 technically kind of happen for Nintendo, and I was away at work. I didn't really get a chance to stream it or anything like that. I did get to watch it on lunch. Thank God for Eastern time zones not being anything like Pacific time zones. So I did get to see everything. I did get to pretty much watch everything for the most part. And so I wanted to kind of share my more hype reactions or moments from E3's Nintendo Direct, which was, yeah, it was a roller coaster. I had emotions. I was feeling things. There was a lot that was going on today. Young Brian would have been super stoked about today's Nintendo Direct. But it was like over 40 minutes. It was like 42, 43-ish minutes. So I'm just going to break down a little bit. I've also got some handwritten notes just in case. I don't want to like necessarily skip over stuff. But we're not going to cover absolutely everything. This is just stuff I was most excited about. So let's get into it. First and foremost, this is kind of like a slide zero for me. This technically got announced at the Square Enix thing last night. It happened on Monday night, not Tuesday night. But either way, I was really excited because this thing is something I have been waiting forever for, and that's Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. So this gets an honorable mention from me, even though it wasn't actually technically part of the Nintendo Direct. Side note, Final Fantasy VII Remake also looks freaking incredible as well. I like to make the joke that Square Enix actually gets my paychecks and just occasionally loans them out to me. So it's going to be a good year for them. Anyway, we start off the Direct right off the bat with the newest Smash DLC. And that's going to be from the new Dragon Quest 11 kind of remake, like remaster type thing. I wasn't really surprised. I figured we'd be seeing some Dragon Quest representation. The series is basically like a legacy series at this point. It's been around for that long. And it's always seemed a little bit weird to me that it wasn't actually involved in the Smash series. So obviously we had the new Dragon Quest game coming out. This seemed like good cross promotion. It seemed like a good time. And on top of that, they actually got a lot of the heroes in from the other Dragon Quest games as well. I'm not as well versed with Dragon Quest necessarily. I played a little bit of 9 and that was about it. But these appear to be like the color variation alts that you're going to be able to use. I believe the movesets are all the same. And then, so it seems like a good time. Dragon Quest 11. We finally got a release date on that. Echoes of an Elusive Age, Definitive Edition S, which I think may actually be one of the longest possible titles for any Nintendo Switch game. But up to this point, I don't believe we had a release date, so that was a pretty hype moment. I know a lot of people were waiting for this. I have been recommended to get this game because this was evidently very good. The one I played, 9, was okay, I guess. Just based on what people have been telling me. But 11 is definitely a must-get, so probably going to be picking this up at some point. Don't know if it's a pre-order just yet because there's, as we'll see, a lot of stuff happening in September. Yeah. The next thing that kind of popped up that I absolutely loved was this. So we knew that Doug Bowser was taking the place of Reggie. Side note, where was Miyamoto? Where was my Miyamoto time in this Nintendo Direct? I didn't get an inch of Miyamoto, and that makes me sad. Anyway. I like with a name like Bowser, you know there's going to be some sort of like super cheesy, borderline cringe stuff that happens. But this little bit was, I think, just a fun aside, and I think it really helped to like showcase that Doug Bowser wasn't necessarily like a suit stiff. You know what I mean? So he could access his kind of inner Reginator, as it were, and poke a little bit of fun at himself. And so I feel like Doug Bowser is going to be a good addition to the team. I know a lot of people were concerned about him being like this corporate guy, or like he had worked with EA at some point, or something like that was going around. So people were concerned about that. I am not at all concerned about it. I think he's going to make a great fit. So this is just kind of like a side bit that I thoroughly enjoyed. Luigi's Mansion 3. We finally got a look at Luigi's Mansion 3, and there was also some Treehouse coverage as well. Not that had anything to do with the actual direct. But we also still don't have a date for it, I don't think. It's still just available in 2019. I hope they put it as a fall release date. I want some Spoopy Mansion stuff. But beyond that, like, the really cool part is this Scare Scraper mode that has like an online / local co-op mode where you and up to 8 people can like do stuff. Like, that's really cool. Gooigi is also a thing my wife is very excited about because she doesn't like to play games, but she likes to play games with me. And she's always wanted to play Luigi's Mansion as well, and she loves that it's co-op. As long as you don't get Gooigi anywhere near water, you should be okay. But Luigi's Mansion 3 looks really, really fun. I am kind of excited for it. Again, I've not really played much for this particular series before either. So there's that. And then right after this, I believe we had the Dark Crystal kind of showcase, which is coinciding with a Netflix thing. If you're hyped for Dark Crystal, awesome. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. That was a thing that we got to see a heck of a lot more of, including on Treehouse. And I mean, look, how cute is this game? How cute is it? I need it in my life, like yesterday. And we also are getting an amiibo for this. I'm probably going to smash that pre-order pretty quickly. So just an FYI. Awakening Link will be back on that wall at some point. Then we had Trials of Mana. I don't know why I'm so excited about this. It could be the collection of mana that's coming out, but Trials of Mana, I feel good about it, and I want to play it. I have played Secrets of Mana on I think it's the SNES Classic. I don't think it was on the NES Classic. Or the NES Classic, I don't know what they call it. Anyway, it was on one of the classic consoles that came out within the last 2 years. This obviously never made it over to North America, so I'm very excited about this. Super pumped, very excited. No real reason why. I just love a good JRPG. And obviously, Square Enix is also behind this, so they are absolutely cleaning up in the JRPG category for like the next 2 years, I want to say. We also had some news that The Witcher 3 is going to be coming to Switch. I guess that's cool. People have been recommending that to me as well. But then the real meat and potatoes hit, friends. Oh my god, Fire Emblem Three Houses. If you guys were worried about this game before, quit it. Don't be. We're good. This is going to be fine. Story-wise, I think it's alright. We basically got a confirmation that there's going to be some sort of time jump. And what happens is the three heads of houses agree to meet back 5 years later as a kind of class reunion. And we get to see Claude, hot damn, show up and be like freaking Neville Longbottom over here. I knew he was from Hufflepuff House, even though I think he was actually Gryffindor, but he should have been Hufflepuff. I don't know. Anyway, that's Harry Potter nerd stuff for my wife. That's nothing to do with me right now. But this may have actually made me Team Claude, like, full disclosure. We also got to look at Dimitri, who obviously took up the brigand style of life. Dimitri just looks so sad and angry. And then, of course, Edelgard, who, there's serious Alencia vibes going on. And I don't know how to manage. I don't know how to deal. I'm feeling things. So after this, I would definitely say I'm either Edelgard or Claude, which kind of came out of nowhere because it was kind of like a tie between Dimitri and Edelgard initially. Things are very different now. Things have changed. Things have changed. Older Claude is a baller. I'm just going to throw that out there. So Three Houses, obviously looking very, very, very good. We got some new info, so that's super exciting. I want to play this game pretty badly. And I'm thankfully, if you're watching this like tonight when it launches, they will be starting Wednesday's Nintendo E3 coverage in the Treehouse with this at 12 p.m. Eastern. So we're getting a demo for it. I don't know if there's actually going to be like a live demo that we're going to be able to play. I think Awakening did that before, but no confirmation on if Three Houses is going to do that. I have mixed feelings. I've tried to stay away from a lot of it just because I want to have some element of surprise. If you guys are like normal subscribers or you've seen some of my Three Houses stuff, I have covered like some gameplay and Famitsu stuff that we've been able to decipher, but friends, I don't know. I want to be kind of surprised by some of it, and so I've tried to stay away, but god damn, this looks good. We also got some Pokemon Sword and Shield stuff, which I will dive into that in just a hot minute. But first, let's appreciate Nessa and how she wants to thoroughly destroy us. I don't know what it is with Nintendo, but man, they are stepping up their waifu game, even in Pokemon, which is strange. I'm pretty sure I'm Team Sonya for life at this point. But either way, there was some stuff that kind of came out during the Treehouse coverage in that Pokemon Home, which kind of replaces Pokemon Bank, is no longer going to be able to, you're not going to be able to transfer Pokemon from Home to Sword and Shield that don't already exist in that game's Pokedex. Oops. So basically, if the Pokemon does not appear naturally in Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can't transfer it over from Pokemon Home, no matter where you got it from. I originally thought like maybe it was just like a timing thing, and they wanted to maybe save some time to get the game out on time, so they didn't have to worry about getting all the Pokemon coded. There's a bunch of Pokemon, obviously. But after listening back to the Treehouse coverage, it genuinely sounds like this is it. They're kind of like doing a reboot almost of what Pokemon can be transferred over into this new generation, Gen 8. So, I don't know. Seems like a really bad idea to me. But I'm sure they have some idea. And again, it could be patched like in a future update. DLC and patches exist. We are in the age of online gameplay, thank God. So they could patch in like a national dex or something. The Pokemon community freaked out about it, and I don't know. I don't cover Pokemon stuff as much anymore, like ever. But it's refreshing to not be met with that amount of freak out. And I'll touch on that in just a minute, a little bit further. We also had a lot of information too. About some other games, but I'm not really going to talk about that. Demon X Machina, Astral Chain looks pretty cool. There are hidden toilets on every level. I'm pretty psyched about that. This takes me back to the Skull days in Halo 3. Cryptid the Necrodancer, also pretty sweet. But this guy right here, Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Yo, this game looks really good. We got to see a lot of it during the Treehouse segment as well. But it did get a 2020 release date now. It was officially a 2019 title until today happened, basically. And the reason I bring that up is because if they had delayed Pokemon Sword and Shield, I feel like people would have genuinely freaked out. But so far, with the delays that we've had, both in Metroid, which has no foreseeable release date anywhere near us, Animal Crossing now going into 2020, and even Three Houses getting like a 4-ish month delay, people didn't freak out as much. So tip of the hat to you guys for not like freaking out. I love you. Thank you for not being drama filled. But Jenna is like, I think, excited for this game. There's going to be some co-op mode, so you can have like up to 8 people on your little island. That's where this takes place, if you didn't catch that yet. And then I think you can have up to 4 on local co-op as well. So you guys can like share inventory and stuff depending on who's party leader. It's kind of a cool system, I'll admit. I was a little bit on the fence. I'm not like a huge Animal Crossing fan. I appreciate it for the aesthetics and the characters. But as far as gameplay goes, I don't know. I played Harvest Moon back in the day. It seems a little Harvest Moony to me, so I'm kind of into it. But it's not like a high priority when I have like a bunch of games in the backstock. But this, since I could play with Jenna and potentially other people like during a stream or something like that, this could be big mood right here. This could be big mood. So I'm pretty excited about it. And then we had we had like a trailer highlight almost, which encompassed a lot. honestly. It encompassed a lot of stuff. But there were two things I was most excited about in this little composite thing outside of the stuff we've already known about, like Mario Maker 2. Crystal Chronicles. Hello. I'm gonna play the hell out of this game. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I played this back when it was on the GameCube, and so I'm super excited to see the remaster edition. It's coming out this winter. It has online play, and I'm very excited about that. Because I was just talking to friends about this on Discord last night. I don't have time to get into like an MMO, like Final Fantasy XIV, which I really, really want to do. But this might be kind of like a nice middle ground because it's not like a full-fledged MMORPG. It's just like an RPG that also has like online co-op, which I'd be okay with. That seems like it would be fine to me. So I was jazzed about this, and then I mean, how could you not be jazzed about Just Dance 2020? I'm just kidding. I'm not actually excited about this, but it's worth noting it is also coming out on the Wii. That's right. I said the Wii. I'm not joking. It's coming out on the Wii as well. 2019 also came out on the Wii, so that console is too strong. The other game I'm actually genuinely pretty stoked about is Catan. I've been wanting to do like more board game-esque type stuff, and the problem is that I don't have a lot of table space. Or a table. So something that I could do board game-ish things on a Switch would be amazing. And, you know, it's stuff like this I assume would be like fun to stream or play with just friends and Jenna or whatever. If I have a social life, maybe. Could be fun to do. I don't know. So I was pretty excited about that. I know this got teased like way beginning of the year. And so we finally got to see a little bit about it. And it has a pretty soon release date of June 20. So this month, like 2 weeks from now. It's very soon. Very soon. So that's dope. Lord Sakurai, blessed be your name. Sweet Father Christmas. I don't know. So I tweeted out last night, all I want is a troll reveal for Smash Ultimate. Yep, we got it. In fact, I wanted a troll reveal similar to the way that King K. Rool showed up. Exact same troll, except this time we had Duck Hunt posing as Banjo and Kazooie, and oh god, it was so nostalgic. I love the fact that they had Donkey Kong and K. Rool and Diddy there as well, because those games, the Donkey Kong Country games, were originally developed by Rare. Rare, of course, was the publisher for Banjo-Kazooie, and Microsoft eventually bought that. Nuts and Bolts became a thing, and then Banjo-Kazooie was ruined. But this, even the pun, Banjo-Kazooie are raring to go. Raring, it's a pun. Oh, there was so much nostalgia packed into this reveal trailer, and there were so many little nods to like nostalgic Banjo-Kazooie game stuff. I was so happy with this. I genuinely think this may have been my most favorite moment of the Direct. There's one other that may come close to it, which we're gonna hit in just a second. But I mean, this was just a trip down memory lane. 10-year-old me would have been so stoked, man. I'm telling you what. He would have been so happy, young Brian. And then even at the very end here, like when you had everybody lined up, like you could just tell that the Smash developers were like, yes, people are gonna freaking love this. And so praise Sakurai, man. I hope he gets to have sleep time soon. I hope he gets to sleep soon. Because he freaking does. Oh god, it's so good. So good. I'm so happy. Baron Bird in Smash. Finally. Yes. And they actually, for the Smash tracks, they got the original composer to come back and do it. So from the original Banjo and Kazooie games, we have the original composer. So I'm super excited about that. He has oh god, it's so good. It's so good. I actually have plushes from when the original Banjo and Kazooie came out. So this was just a romp down nostalgia lane for me. I'm officially a Banjo main. Like, I'm sorry, Ike. I know I've been with you since Brawl, bro, but I'm going Baron Bird from here on out. And if there was a moment that could top Banjo-Kazooie, it was this. You guys, I think Breath of the Wild may be easily in like my top 3 games of all time. Like, it's that good. Is it perfect? No. Is it a classic Zelda game? No. But an open world Zelda game is something that I had been hoping for so long, and then they delivered. Like, I have this on the Wii U. That's how much I love this game. Obviously, I have it on the Switch too, but that's beside the point. We had heard that a new Zelda game was in development. It was speculated that the new Zelda game in development might actually be a Breath of the Wild sequel. And I feel like when people saw this, they were like, oh, well, we're just getting some DLC. You can see Zelda's hair much shorter. I dig it. I don't care. I love Zelda. She's the bomb. Link over here looking silent, but you know, he's Master Sword ready. He's got the champion tunic. So this is clearly, obviously, post Breath of the Wild events. Spoilers, I guess. I don't really know if that's. I don't know if that's spoiler territory. But then we got to see something that looks like this, and I think it's a callback to Ganondorf. I think. And the reason I say that is because the music that's playing is played in reverse. And if you go through and reverse it, it almost kind of has like a Ganondorf theme to it. So I don't know. I'm super pumped for this. We don't have a release date or anything like that. People were speculating it's DLC, and then boom, the end card. The sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is now in development, so there was no questioning whatsoever. This is definitely happening. We don't know when it's coming out. We don't know we don't know what it's about. There's like little teasers and hints scattered throughout the trailer. I doubt we'll hear anything else about it the rest of E3, but god damn, this is so so exciting. And honestly, the entire, like, aside from the Three Houses stuff, I feel like that was a pretty big get. Aside from that, like, the whole direct was just kind of like, okay, sure, that's cool. Not a lot of like mainstay titles. Animal Crossing got delayed. That's kind of a bummer. There wasn't really any new Pokemon stuff in the direct. And then, bam, this hits. We get Banjo in Smash, and then we get this. The last, like, 3 minutes of the direct were absolutely insane. Yeah. I don't know. I'm so excited, though. It was so good. It was so good. And I was even saying last night, like, Square Enix did such a great job with their presentation, which typically tends to be a little meh for the most part. But I was like, man, Nintendo's gonna have to knock it out the park to win it for me, because Square was officially winning it for me last night. But Nintendo came over here and said, hold my beer, I have something to say. Oh man, we got so much good stuff. I'm so excited. 2020 and beyond is going to be looking really, really good. But beyond that, the main vast majority of stuff that's going to be hitting is September through November. So for what that's worth, if you haven't bought Nintendo stock, I guess now's the time to do it before it skyrockets. Yeah, that's kind of my E3 recap. That's the stuff I was most excited about. In the comments, friends, let me know what you were most excited about. I tried to be as little in depth and both clarifying as possible. I don't know how I did in that, but hopefully well. If you like stuff, you should subscribe to this channel, especially Fire Emblem Heroes, because I do a lot of that. And I'm going to be doing a little bit more Dragalia Lost in the future as well. And of course, I do some monthly Nintendo stuff also that kind of gets sprinkled in here and there. And E3 is obviously a big time to be a Nintendo fan. So if you'd like to subscribe, feel free to do that. I would appreciate it. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Comments, let me know. Thoughts. What did you like most about the Nintendo Direct today? I'm all excited again. I'm all flustered again because I started thinking about Banjo and Smash. Yeah. All right. I got to sign off. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.